Narcissistic individuals will go all out to silence their victims so that the narcissist can maintain control over other people, over relationships, and keep the victim in a state of uncertainty. Narcissistic individuals like to silence their victims by using the narcissist silent treatment. This is one of the most effective tools of a narcissist. When a victim dares to confront a narcissist or dares to disagree with a narcissistic individual, the narcissist will go all out to shut down communication entirely. They refuse to speak, they refuse to look, they refuse to acknowledge their victim, leaving them feeling invisible and insignificant. This silence is meant to punish the victim and force them into submission. They also use a lot of gaslighting. Narcissists often use gaslighting to undermine the victim's confidence, to undermine the victim's perception of reality. By going all out to dismiss the victim's feelings, the victim's memories, as either exaggerated or inaccurate, or even accusing the victim of being crazy, they make the victim doubt their own sanity. This causes the victim to silence themselves, afraid of being perceived as wrong or irrational or too sensitive. They go all out to dismiss or invalidate emotions. When a victim tries to express themselves, a narcissist will downplay their emotions or accuse them of being overly sensitive. By invalidating the victim's feelings, the narcissist silences the victim's emotional expression, making them feel like their feelings aren't worthy of attention or consideration. Narcissistic individuals will also go all out to stonewall their victims. It's a passive-aggressive tactic where the narcissist refuses to engage in any conversation that they do not want bringing up. Even when a victim tries to express some form of concern, a narcissist will just refuse to engage in the conversation. This tactic creates a wall between the two, leaving the victim unheard and often feeling frustrated with no avenue for any form of resolution. Narcissists like to shut down conversations. When confronted with difficult questions, narcissists can refuse to answer. They can shut down the conversation entirely. They can change the subject abruptly or simply leave, making the victim feel like their concerns are unimportant or not even worth addressing in the first place. Narcissists also go all out to deflect the blame. Instead of addressing any of their victims' concerns, narcissists will shift the focus back onto the victim by accusing the victim of being the problem. This tactic effectively silences the victim by redirecting the conversation away from the narcissist's own actions, leaving victims feeling guilty and responsible for the situation at hand. Narcissists also use a lot of fear and intimidation. In many cases, narcissists will use intimidation and fear to keep their victims silent. They can use aggressive body language, threats, hostile behaviour to intimidate their victim into silence. This fear makes it so that the victim is too afraid to speak up, fearing retaliation or further emotional or physical harm. There's also the withdrawal of love and affection. Narcissists often manipulate their victims by withholding affection as a form of punishment. Whenever a victim tries to express themselves or challenge the narcissist on something, the narcissist stops showing love, praise and validation. The victim then learns to remain silent, as speaking up can result in that emotional withdrawal from the narcissist. They can accuse the victim of being the aggressor. In situations where narcissistic individuals feel challenged, they can accuse the victim of the one who is being the aggressor or is overreacting. This accusation effectively silences the victim, making them doubt their own reactions and forcing them to internalise the blame for the conflict. There's also the narcissist's dismissive comments like, you're too emotional, you're overreacting, you're too sensitive, you're imagining things, nobody's going to believe you, to silence the victim. These statements make the victim feel small and insignificant, making them reluctant to express themselves any further for fear of being belittled. Through these tactics, narcissistic individuals systematically silence their victims, leaving them feeling powerless, isolated, and unsure of their own worth. This dynamic can make it difficult for the victim to stand up for themselves and seek help and support, as they are often left doubting their own reality, blaming themselves for their current situation. Recognising these behaviours is a crucial step towards regaining control and breaking free from the narcissist's hold.